update.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
Well, what's going on today? Today I'm working on the 756 and the combine. Combine basically just basic maintenance, getting it ready for harvest. I do have people that I'm going to be picking for this year, so I want to be ready. But so got the new alternator on, got everything all shrink wrapped up and whatnot, and I was getting a light read right there, whether the key was on or not, as long as these two wires were plugged in right here. So I traced it back, tore all the sheet metal off the tractor, and trace wires, look good, and then got clear to the ignition and got a bad ignition switch. So because I'm getting a read off it, whether the key's on or off, I'm still getting a read off it. So I got a new switch coming, and this thing should be up and running again. I do need to put a new MCV kit in it. I am starting to leak here, right about there. And so I did buy the kit. I think the kit ran me about 70 bucks. So I'll rip into that as soon as the electrical issue's solved. But I did have a mouse build a nest right in here. Had newspaper. I didn't check the date of the newspaper. I think that would have been pretty cool. You know, not necessarily build it recently, but the guy that was in here last, he wrote the hours on here, 4870, and I think I'm just over 5,400 hours, so that was about 400 hours ago. But yeah, that's where I'm at on the 7 right now. MCV kit. I do need to adjust the clutch. I believe there is adjustment left in it, but I'll get that squared away. The MCV kit, the electrical, and this tractor will be sound as far as a gasser 756. So I don't know, you know, I've bought and sold tractors over the years. I'm not married to any of them. I have no problem turning them. I'm not going to lose my ass on them, or I'll keep them. I've learned that been through that ordeal, so I ain't doing that again. But it's a good, reliable machine, definitely. You know, for if you need 80 horsepower, it does have a quick hitch on the back. I did find a 3-bottom plow for it, and I do believe it is the larger prongs. The guy tried to tell me, through text of course, that the large prongs started at the 300, the Farmall 300. So I'm gonna have to do a little more research. I was under the impression it was a little bit bigger than the 300, but he had the plow, the 3-bottom fast hitch plow, hooked to a 460. So I don't know, and I know this is a 4-bottom tractor, but I have no problem having too much horsepower for the implement that I'm running, you know, and whatnot. So, but I got the combine all fired up, checking everything out, just keeping everything running. I'll have the 1600 running, I'm gonna guess September 21st. I expect this to be turnkey. Been tinkering around with it. I can't open the hood right now because I don't have nothing to rest it on. Let me see if I can pull it open and not break anything. But those cylinders are all honed out now and whatnot. So I'm guessing by the 21st of September, this 1974 1600 Lodestar will be turnkey and running. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I may buy another one, I don't know. They're pretty cheap. I mean, you can get a really nice Lodestar on Craigslist for about between $4 and $5 grand, and that's in tip-top shape. But anyways, that's what's going on today. Let's go over to the video field and take a look at what stage we're in. I stopped doing Wildlife Wednesdays, to be honest with you. The deer that I had around here in May and June, they disappeared. They'll be back around. I think, you know, the bucks are polishing right now, so they're going through some kind of a weird psychosis. But anyways, here is the video field. And you'll get to see me pick this. I wanted a field where I can go through all the phases of, you know, fitting it. I didn't show you fertilizing it, but fitting it, spraying it, and harvesting it. But along the edge here, we get Japanese beetles. I don't really let the chickens come over here anymore because the fox, what they do, they come through these beans just looking, and you can see I got weeds popping up through here. We've had a lot of rain, a lot of rain. And I'm going to tell you, when I say that, I'll bet it's rained just about every day for the last 2.5 weeks. So rain has not been our nemesis. Just along the driveway side here, we do have, I'll call them some good bananas coming in, you know, right in through here. I'll pick a pod, pick a perfect pod, and right there, it's starting to fill out. You know, we're looking at R5, R6, and I know most of my subscribers are not farmers, so that R doesn't mean anything to you. All it means is the reproductive stage of the plant. Before the reproductive stage is, it is in a V stage, which is vegetative. So this is the video field. I won't walk in it. I am starting to turn a little bit. I think if I do an update, in about 2 weeks, I think that at best I'll have yellow leaves on here. So pretty excited about it. Can't wait to clear it and get it limed up and fertilized and ready for spring already. You can see the deer have actually walked along the driveway and nipped this, and I'm sure that happens late at night. I don't see them out here like I did, but you can see down here we got some tonnage coming in. And beans take a lot of potassium to grow. They just do. It's a legume, and I always try to put back more potassium than I think was drawn out. Now, one of my earlier videos, I talked about velvet leaf and how their seeds look like buttercups or Reese's peanut butter cups. And this is what I meant. Don't those look like Reese's peanut butter cups? At least a little bit. So, and I'm going to pull that plant. I'm just not going to do it this second while I'm making a video. So this is the video field. Pretty much all my bean fields are at about the same phase. These are, again, Hubner 2.8, so they're longer maturing. It's as long of a maturing bean that I would plant in northwest Pennsylvania. They used to say, Hubner used to say, oh, you don't want to go over 2.6. You don't want to go over 2.6. And then I noticed they started floating into 2.7s. And then after that, they started hammering us with 2.8s now. So who knows, you know, trial and error. But I'm pretty satisfied so far to this point. Again, you can see there's some more beans there, and I'm fairly loaded. I don't see a lot of, like John Stevens, he was showing some offshoot branches with beans on them, you know, which in his mind it indicates, you know, a 60 bushel field. But I can tell you this field's upper 40s all day, you know, 48, 47. I'll be surprised if it's not. But so anyways, thanks for viewing. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Those hat winners, take note, I did have to order different boxes. The boxes I had, I thought the hats would fit in, and I just wasn't comfortable cramming them in there. So they'll be bubble wrapped and shipped as soon as my new boxes get here. Take care, everyone.